Hey Capricorns, this is Leah with Half Moon Tarot. I will be doing your February 2024 reading. I've already meditated over the cards and asked that Spirit bring whatever is necessary for you to hear, for you to know, expect, and be prepared for. So Capricorns, coming into February, we have the Emperor, the Hermit, and the Knight of Coins, okay? And I have a strong feeling that something happened in January that you were least expecting. For some, you might be heartbroken. For some, you might feel like you've been taken advantage of. And this is something that was pretty major to you, you know. And if this is you, Capricorn, I truly apologize, okay? I am apologizing for those that can't seem to apologize for themselves. Okay. The Emperor and the Hermit are major arcana cards in this spread. And I think that it was a major thing because, like I said, you were blindsided. It wasn't something that you had expected. And it's really making you turn inward, right? But I don't want you to turn inward to say, why me? I want you to turn inward and say, how can this better me? Okay, because Hermit is all about self study. It's about learning a lesson. It's about moving forward with the education that we have in order to do so, right? And the Three of Swords in that second line indicates that you don't have to do this with the guard up. Okay, you don't have to do this I was going to say alone, but you definitely have to do it alone. But you don't have to have your guard up while you're going through this healing process, okay? Because it is a process. What I would do with the Four of Wands is go through it and have somebody there that you can lean on, whether that be friend, family member, or counselor, or therapist, or whatever it is. Have somebody there for you. I think that you will find that it is a better time of doing it that way than actually trying to process things on your own, right? Overall, you will have to process things and have your aha moments on your own, but going through and figuring out, you know, how can this better me? I think that when you flush it out through conversation with, like I said, with a trusted family member or friend or a counselor, therapist, what have you, then you will be able to get to your answers a little bit quicker. Okay. Now, that Knight of Coins, at first it was throwing me off a little bit, Capricorn. I'm not going to lie. But then I said, oh, because Capricorn is my diabolical twin, I know that not only will they figure it out, they're going to create something from it. Okay, they are going to monetize off of this, right? And it is something that you are going to keep hidden for a while you flush it out and you process through your hurt and your pain. But just know that on the other side of that, there's an opportunity there. Okay, so start thinking about that when the time is right. Okay, that Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups also is an indicator of the Knight of Coins because the Nine of Cups talks about not only completion around your emotions, but it also talks about looking forward into the future. Okay, reflecting back in order to move forward, reflecting back and looking at how I might have been maybe too forward, or I might have been too emotionally attached, or, you know, how I might have spent too much money in a certain area of life, maybe on a certain person, when that could have gone into your savings account, or that could have gone into propelling you into a different stage of life. I think that moving forward, you're going to start making smarter decisions in those areas. I think that with the Nine of Cups, you are going to start thinking more long term than short term, you know, stimulants. Okay. Whether that be people, places, or things, right? So this month of February, process through your hurt, process through whatever it is that you need to do in order to get to your aha moments so you can start to monetize off those things, okay? and be looking at what it is long term. What is a long term investment for you, right? And then if I choose to read this reading backwards, it's like, yeah, now that I have this long term investment plan in place, and I know what my goals are, then it would be time to release that thing that you've been working on, right? Because there is a celebration on the other side of that, right? Celebrating with those close family and friend members who you trusted with your information, your counselor, your therapist, whomever it is, and also looking back as January being the month that cracked you open, right? It didn't destroy you. It didn't make you crumble. You didn't lose anything after all, right? It just cracked you open, right? It renewed you in a space. You're going to be coming into this thing with a better understanding of self, more educated, not only about yourself, but the subject at hand. And you are going to be a beast at it, Capricorn. But for now, and just for this moment, and just for today, process through your pain, okay? Because not even you could have predicted what was going to happen in January, okay? And that's okay. That's truly okay. If this applies to you and it was a relationship based scenario or situation, just know in a couple months, baby, you're going to be out there, snapping your fingers, partying, and doing all that. But what I will warn you of, Capricorn, is that we're not partying to put a band aid on the pain or drown out the heartbreak and the pain. And we're trying to get quickly into another relationship so that we don't have to feel that heartache. Okay. Whatever it is, we are processing through it. We're not covering it up. I think that is important for you to know. I think that is important for you to remember. And again, you need to flush these things out. Don't keep it to yourself, because it is not something that is going to benefit you in the end. Okay. The Hermit card keeps popping out at me like, please say something about it, and it's like, you really have to know you, Capricorn. Okay. You really have to know you. You have to be in a space of knowledge about yourself. I think that this situation on the other end is going to build your confidence. It is going to build your self-esteem a little bit more. I think that with this situation that happened in January, you are going to be in a better place than you were, and 100% without a doubt, you're going to be in a better situation than whomever it is that did the hurting. Okay? Because at the end of the day, Capricorn, hurt people, right? But you don't have to keep that nastiness going. You don't have to hurt somebody because somebody else hurt you, right? And that's why we don't want to celebrate the pain away, right? We want to celebrate the fact that we've learned more about ourselves, that we've become successful in this lane in our own lives, and that this is something that nobody can take away from you, right? That project, that thing that you're going to be doing because of the Knight of Coins, right? The thing that's going to get you long term because of the Nine of Cups. It's important to keep in the back of your mind, okay? Because I think that is something that is going to push you through. The nights where you don't think you are going to be able to get through, that will push you through, okay? Remember, you're going to be in a better space, a more abundant space, that is for sure, right? But you have to process through the pain, okay? For my Capricorns that are wanting to go back into the education system, they are wanting to get degrees or trade school or nursing school, whatever it is that is pulling you towards that, this is the time to do it. You have the drive, you have the want, you have the need, you have the passion to do so. And the money. If you do not have the money, this is the time for you to start to get creative, right? Maybe you need to take a couple of classes in order to get to the bigger programs, or take a few small smaller programs in order to get to the bigger programs. Whatever it is, you will figure it out. I have no doubt. Capricorn, this has been your February 2024 reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.